Hello everyone. Today we are discussing about Apache Cassandra. So Apache Cassandra is a popular example of columnar database. Apache Cassandra is a free and open source distributed wide column store NoSQL database management system. It's designed to handle large amount of data across the many commodity servers. It provides high availability with no single point of failure. So let's check the features and benefits of the Cassandra. We'll check one by one. Distributed. Cassandra scales linearly across multiple data centers, or it's also called as peer-to-peer architecture. Cassandra is built on peer-to-peer architecture model where all the nodes are equal. This is unlike some database models with a slave to master. That is where one unit directs the functioning of the other units and the other unit or master. The peer-to-peer communication eliminates the single point of failure and is a prominent defining features of the Cassandra. Fault tolerance. No single point of failure ensure continuous operations. Cassandra is a fault tolerant primarily because its data replicative availability. Data replication denotes the ability of the system to store the same information at multiple locations. This makes it highly available and to learn of faults in the system. Data replication leads to high level of backup and recovery. Third one is a high performance. Fast write operations and efficient reads for large dataset. So Cassandra is that there is a no slowdown, pause or hitch in the system during the process. This means end users would not feel effects of whatever happened, ensuring smooth services to all individuals connected to the network. Schema free, flexible data model for evolving application needs. SQL is a fixed schema database language, but the CQL means Cassandra query language, it doesn't have the fixed schema. It allows the operators to create as many rows and columns as it deemed necessary. So Cassandra architecture. The Cassandra architecture mainly have the components like node, cluster, replication, consisting hashing, etc. So node, individual server in the cluster. A Cassandra node is a place where the data is stored. Cluster, a collection of interconnected nodes. A cluster is a component which contain one or more data centers. Replication, copies of data stored on multiple nodes for the fault tolerance. The copies of data are stored on the multiple nodes. Consistent hashing. Distributed data evenly across the cluster means the many more data centers. So the first operation is write operation. In the write operation, every write activity of nodes is captured by the commit log. Now commit log is the crash memory mechanism. Commit log is a crash memory mechanism. Every write operation is returned to the commit log. So later the data will be captured and stored in mem table. Mem table is also called as memory resident data structure. After commit log, the data will return to the mem table. Sometime for a single column family, there will be a multiple mem table. Whenever the mem table is full, the data will be returned into the SS table. Access table is the disk file to which the data is flushed from the mem table when its content reach threshold value. All writes are automatically partitioned and replicated throughout the cluster. Cassandra periodically coincides the access table, discarding the unnecessary data. So, write operation, read operation, read operation. In read operation, the Cassandra gets value from the mem table and checks the Bloom filter. Now, Bloom filter is a concept that these are not these are nothing but quick non-deterministic algorithm for testing whether an element is a member of a set. It is a special kind of a cache. Bloom filter are accessed after the every query. So, to find the appropriate access table which contains the required data. So, what are the SQL queries? SQL query, full form of SQL is SQL query, full form of SQL is Cassandra Query Language. Create. For creating a for creating an key space or a database, the the create operation is done by the insert into table name values. Read operation, select from user where condition means select from user where id equals to 1. Update is used to update the table. Update user set email where condition means setting the email as newalice@example.com where id equals to 1. Delete from user where id equals to 1 means the row of id equals to 1 will be deleted. Use cases and best practices means the applications of the Cassandra. First one is e-commerce. When designing with Cassandra, focus on query, first modeling and understanding your data access pattern. These optimize performance and scalability. Manages user profile, transaction history, product catalog and support real-time investigation. And order processing with tunable consistency. Second one is messaging platform. Power scalable charts and social media application. Manages large scale of user data, post interaction and delivers real-time updates with high throughput and availability. Real-time analysis. Ideal for IoT, financial data and monitoring systems. It supports real-time analysis pipelines, enable organization to analyze high-velocity data streams and gain actionable insight instantly. Support fast investigations and querying of the large dataset for analytics in finance and e-commerce and social media. With its high write throughput and fault tolerance, Cassandra is ideal for collecting, storing, and analyzing massive streams of IoT, supporting real-time insights and operational intelligence. So, Cassandra is good for large-scale distributed data, requiring high availability and historical scaling. Thank you.